Welcome back to Mr. DuPage's classroom. This lesson is for my Algebra 1 class. It is 6.2 Slope-Intercept Form Day 2. Because it is Day 2, a lot of this is going to be review, especially on the front page. So what we're going to do is we'll go through this fairly quickly, and when we get to the back, we might slow down just a little bit. Slope-Intercept form is y equals mx plus b. The m stands for my slope. The B stands for my y-intercept, which is why it's called slope-intercept form. Okay? So graph each equation. You may have to put the equation into slope-intercept form. First, we're going to identify our slope. In this case, it's going to be 2 over 3. Remember that you can also have the -2, -3 if that helps you. My B value is going to be -5. So that's -5. So the first thing I'm going to do is go to my B value, which is -5, so down 5. Make a point. Then for the point on the right of my y-intercept, I'm going to go up 2. 1, 2, right 3. To the left, down 2. 2, 3. And there is my line. Okay? On to the second one. It says that we may have to put the equation into slope-intercept form. In this case, we do. So I'm going to subtract the x. -2y equals -x minus 6. Divide by -2. So y would equal 1 over 2x plus 3. Okay? So then my slope is going to be 1 over 2 and -1 over -2. My y-intercept will be +3. Go up to 3. For the point to my right, I use the first slope, which is up 1, right 2. And then I use the second slope for my other point, down 1, left 2. Connect my points, and I am done. On to the next problem. First thing here I'm going to want to do is go ahead and distribute. So to be -2y is equal to 6 times 5 is 30. 6 times -3x is -18x. Now divide by -2. Everything is divided by -2. So y equals -15 plus 9x. We want to write that in standard form. So 9x minus 15. So my m is going to be 9 over 1, or -9 over -1. My b is going to be -15. In this case, it's going to be a little hard to get to our b value. It's -15, so it's going to be down here somewhere. Let's go ahead and get our point to the right of our y-intercept. So we go up 9, so 14, 13, 12, 11, 10. So 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 6, 7, 8, 9, and go to the right 1. So we're here. Okay. Then I'm going to do it again, because if I try to go to the point to the left of my y-intercept, I'm not going to find it on this graph. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, right 1. Connect all these points, and I have my graph. On to the final one on the front page. Subtract 4x. 3y is going to be equal to -2x minus 6. Divide everything by 3. So y equals -2 over 3x minus 2, because 6 divided by 3 is 2. My slope is going to be -2 over 3 and 2 over -3. My b value then would be -2. So go down to -2. That's my y-intercept. For my first slope, it says down 2. So 1, 2, right 3, 1, 2, 3. My next says up 2, up 1, 2, left 3. Connect my points, And I am done there. Okay? That should have been a review for you. Hopefully you could work through that fairly quickly. Now on to the back, we're going to write an equation from a graph. We need to find 2 points, use these to find the slope, find the y-intercept, and substitute to find the final equation. All right? So the 2 points I'm going to look at is this point here and this point there. What I want to do as soon as I find my 2 points is I am going to write their coordinates. So it would be 0, 2 for that point, and it would be 4, negative 1 for this point. Okay? 4, negative 1 for that point. So now to find my b value, it would be pretty simple to find my b value. It's going to be positive 2. My m is going to take a little bit of work. Remember, y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. So it'll be negative 1. That's my y2. This is my y1 minus 2 over x1 minus x2. So there we are. Oh, I'm sorry. It'd be x2 minus x1. I apologize. So now my slope, negative 1 minus 2 would be negative 3. 4 minus 0 would be 4. Now that I have my m and my b value, remember our formula is mx plus b. I'm just going to go ahead and plug my m in for my m. So y equals negative 3 over 4x. And my b in for my b, plus 2. And that is my equation. On to the next problem. I have a point there that crosses perfectly, and I have a point here that crosses perfectly. Remember, we want to make the coordinates, so this would be 0, 1, I'm sorry. 0, comma 1. And this would be negative 2, 0. All right. So for my b value, pretty easy. That's going to be 1 this time. My m, I would use y2 minus y1. So it'd be 0 minus 1 over x2 minus x1, so negative 2 minus 0. So my slope would end up being negative 1 over negative 2, which is the same as 1 over 2. So now I just plug those, the slope and the y-intercept in, and I am done. Okay? On to example 3. This one's a little more challenging because none of these cross perfectly on the y-axis, which means that I cannot find my b value right away. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use 2 different points. I'm going to find my slope. Then I'm going to substitute one of the points in for x and y, and I'm going to put the slope in at the same time to solve for my b value. Okay? So the 2 points are already marked for us. This point here is 1, 2. This point over here is 9, 8. Okay? So y2 minus y1, this is to find my slope. So it would be 8 minus 2 over x2 minus x1, 9 minus 1. That would give me 6 over 8. 6 and 8 are both divisible by 2. So they could simplify down to 3 over 4. Now that I have my slope, I can use one of my points. Remember, in a coordinate, it's always x comma y. All right? So I'm going to use this 1, 2 point right here. My formula would be y equals 3 over 4x plus b. Well, since I know an x and a y, I can go ahead and just plug numbers in for y and x, and then I can solve for b. So 2 is going to be my y value. Then I have my slope, which is 3 over 4. 1 is going to be my x value. So now I have 2 equals 3 over 4 plus b. If I subtract 3 over 4 from both sides, I would end up with, well, it'd be 2 minus 3 over 4 would equal b. In order to make this actually, I can actually subtract this. 2 would be 8 over 4. So 8 minus 3 would be 5 over 4. So my b value is 5 over 4. Now I can plug that back in. Y equals my slope times x plus my b value, which is 5 over 4, and I would then be done. Sorry, that was a little strange how I ended up writing that. On to the last problem. I have 2 points again. This first point on the left is going to be negative 3, 4. The point on the right is going to be 5, 0. Okay? So the first thing I want to do is find my slope. So y2 minus y1. So 0 minus 4 over x2 minus x1. So 5 minus negative 3. This would be negative 4 over 5 minus negative 3 is the same as 5 plus 3. So that would be over 8, which simplifies into negative 1/2. Now I can use one of my points because this one has a 0. I'm going to go ahead and use it. I put 0 in for my y. Negative 1/2 times x, which is 5, plus b. So 0 equals negative, that'd be 2.5. So that would be negative 5 over 2 plus b. You can add 5 over 2 to both sides. So my b value will equal 5 over 2. Now I just need to plug my slope, negative 1/2, and my b value into my formula, and I am done. That is the end of our lesson. The most important things here, we did a little review on slope-intercept form and how to graph using that. Then we also worked through how to write an equation from a graph when we do have a y-intercept that crosses perfectly and when we do not have a y-intercept that crosses perfectly. Just remember how to find your slope. It's y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1, and just have a good feel for how you can substitute points into the equation in order to find a b value if needed. If you have any questions on any of this material, please make sure you bring it to me tomorrow before class or before school, and we will work through it together. Otherwise, thank you very much for watching this video, and have a great day.